Do I have to? Do I must? Well, I mean, I know you clicked the videos, so I guess I gotta talk about it. But for all those avid smokers out there, this is the worst video you done clicked on. I can guarantee you, because after I researched this topic, I had to stop smoking for like 30 days. So I know you wonder what we're talking about, but we're gonna be covering what happened to your body when you stop smoking hemp. But first things first, I'm gonna need you to hit that like button so other people like yourself can learn this game. My name is Marcellus Colton, manager at CBD Smoke Shop. And in today's video, we're gonna be covering the topic of the day, which is what happened to your body when you stop smoking hemp. But before I answer that question, we gotta talk about some common things, and we gotta come together so we can really understand the benefits and even the cons of why you should stop smoking hemp. So first thing first, I know everybody that's in here probably is a smoker. So we're gonna take it from the aspect of you're consuming THC, whether that's in edible form, smoking, so on, so on. So that leads us to questioning, what is THC? THC is a cannabinoid that comes from the hemp flower plant. The hemp flower have over 60 cannabinoids, and THC is one of the main components that is associated with psychoactive effects. When you consume it, these cannabinoids attract to two receptors that's within your brain. These two receptors are broadly called your endocannabinoid system. When you get high, it attracts to the CB1 receptor. When you take the cannabinoid CBD, it attracts to the CB2 receptor. And the THC cannabinoid affects the brain differently because it attached to the CB1 receptor in such a way that is very, very similar to a part in the brain called the amygdala. I know I'm saying it wrong, but don't even quote me on that. Blame it on the country accent, but the amygdala is associated with your memory, your focus, coordination, and your time perception. So after all these functions and uses, it leads us to the question of what happened to your body when you stop smoking hemp. So when the THC cannabinoid travels all the way to the brain, so we're there, it affects each brain activity different. First starting with the hippocampus and the orbital frontal cortex. These two pieces of the brain associated with attention regulation and focus. And while still in the brain, it also subdues the basal ganglia and the cerebellum. And these two pieces of the brain regulates coordination, balance, and posture. And this is why it is illegal to drive a car, because it's gonna subdue the way you move around and the way you think. It's gonna severely affect those parts of your brain. This also impacts the brain's function because it tells the brain to produce more dopamine. I know you got the question, what is dopamine? Dopamine is a hormone that's released within your body when you experience fun activities, exercise, video games, and sex. And the more your body produces this high level of dopamine, the more you want to engage in the activity. Think of it like a reward system. Every time you do it, your body gives you a reward, so you get that feel good response. And we're gonna be covering some of the things that happen when you stop. In a matter of days, let's say 3 days, everything's gonna improve associated with your memory and focus, because your hippocampus and your frontal orbital cortex is not constantly being wearing down about smoke. So every time you smoke, it wears it down so you can feel the sedative effects of smoke. And many people have reported a renewed sense of energy. The reason why they reported and experienced a renewed sense of energy is because smoking hemp is more like a depressive state, more similarly to drinking alcohol. The way alcohol is depressive or downer, smoking hemp is more like a downer. So you're more relaxed, you're not focusing on problems that's in front of you. And that brings us into another topic. What about smoking and vaping? Now, I'm gonna tell you the truth. And here's the truth. Our body do not like any smoke in our lungs. So anything that we're digesting smoke-wise is not good for you. And I'm gonna be talking about is smoking or vaping good or not in another video. So stay tuned to that. So after a matter of 3 days, we're gonna start experiencing no more smoker's cough, better breathing, no more rapid heartbeats. Yes, smoking can cause rapid heartbeats and vasodilation, which is when you smoke too much basically and your eyes become red. So yes, these stuff is not really good for you. Yeah, but we continue to do it. But on the flip side, when you start smoking, your chronic pain injuries and your digestive and glaucoma relief will slowly dissipate if you stop smoking hemp. But back to the withdrawal effects. So after 3 days, you're usually gonna be irritable because you're not really getting that dopamine hit like you usually do. You're not gonna be bothered anymore. After a week of not smoking, you can be irritable, you can have sweats, chills, headaches, restlessness, all types of stuff be happening after week 1. So you really gotta stay in there. And really after 1 week, your body gonna start resuming to normal function. 2 weeks, at that 2 weeks mark, you're like halfway there of your body going back into its homeostasis state. And in 30 days, you're completely sober. All the cannabis is out of your system. You're gonna feel better, breathe better. The only thing you're not gonna be able to prove is your sleep patterns. Yes, smoking hemp can affect your sleep patterns. So these are all the things that you should know when you stop smoking hemp if you already start. And hopefully this video do not scare you enough to stop smoking. So if you like this topic, go ahead and ask your questions in the comments below, because I'm gonna answer every comment, and I'll check back with y'all in the next video.